Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessing. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in. I had to push the time back. Couldn't hear it on the Dawn thing. It just got finished ending some Jamaican concert out here. But give me 1 second again. My bad for the mute, man. Dude was not serious, man. Trying to definitely give me a copyright. Marlene, what's going on, baby? First things first, hopefully everybody had a blessed and productive Labor Day. Some of y'all might still be partying, especially for those in the city. Some of y'all might still be partying. I know the parade and everything was today. Hopefully everybody stayed safe. Hopefully everybody stayed out of jail today. Appreciate everybody that tuned in earlier for the live stream. Definitely was a good conversation. Missed it, you can catch the replay. BMF, what's going on, my guy? Miss T, what's going on, baby? Willis, what's going on? But it was a good conversation nonetheless because this is a topic I will start bringing up too, as far as the educational purposes, especially in schools. But tonight is a little bit different. And before I even get into what I'm really about to speak about, I know most of y'all probably done seen or heard about the woman that had the swole face basically. Guy hit her with a brick. Yeah. See, some people have already jumped the gun before fully getting everything they were supposed to get. Now, as hard, as horrific as it sounds, there was stuff added to that. But then again, we're gonna go back into that tonight, as far as it kind of does play into it. Um, no man should ever hit nobody with a no woman with a brick. I'm sorry. I don't care how mad you are, but and again, I'm gonna say this too, ladies. Y'all gotta stop presenting a certain energy out there, especially when you really ain't got nobody out there defending you. Now, sat here and said that it's crazy that all these men sat here and didn't defend me. But in the same token, they showed a video of what led up to that, even though it was two different accounts. Now again, you slapped the Caucasian dude and then started twerking in front of him. Now what led to that, like I said, it's crazy because now the person that hit you, I know it had to be one of the brothers, but even still, that was wrong right there to even knock her with the brick. But then again, ladies, you have to be presented the right way. You can't go out there with that negative, ratchet energy and thinking that something ain't gonna happen. Because you got some people that just really don't care. And I'm not a fan of any man putting a hand on a woman unless need be. If I gotta defend myself, shoot. It's all war. It's all war. I really have to, like, you trying to, oh no. But I ain't even going that far because they don't have to get that far. But see, Marlene, you ain't out there going out there looking for the trouble. That's a difference. There's some people who are not out there going out there cause trouble or start anything with anybody. But you have those small handful that do. Again, the only way I feel y'all should be putting hands on each other is if it's leading towards procreation. That's it. Hugs and kisses, all that, yeah, that's good, but the physical aspect of things, not. And for all you know, if they do end up catching homie, how much you want to bet? Put this up. My bad. I know my mouth. I know my mouth. My bad, y'all. How much you want to bet they gonna link it to some sort of mental health? See, this is where it is gonna go tonight to a degree, but it's crazy because if she slapped one person, I believe she slapped the other dude. It's not just a rejection. I believe she probably did the same thing she did to the other dude, and it didn't work well. Now I hear you, Marlene. That's one thing you gotta do. You gotta be prepared on all aspects. But again, in that situation right there, I can 9 out of 10 guarantee she probably slapped another person just like she slapped the dude, first dude, and it didn't work out well. And I'm sorry, you know, on both ends, it didn't necessarily have to happen. But again, watch how they lean that towards mental health. Nah, really, because that's what threw me up. Because I thought it was the same person that hit her with the brick, and come to find out it wasn't. So the guy you slapped. Now imagine if he would have did this. Now if he would have did that, then what? Now it definitely would have been an outrage. Oh, they doing this and that third, and all this racial tension, so on and so forth. No, sometimes y'all ladies got to stop going. I'm talking about old ladies, because I've seen a lot of ladies do that. Stop going out presenting that energy if you ain't prepared for the outcome or the consequences of it, because you don't know who's who. And if that man didn't hit you with a brick, imagine if it had been a female or somebody hitting you with something else because of your energy. Karen, what's going on, baby? Now, in some cases, some people said she was clout chasing and it went wrong. But again, you got to be mindful of that energy you put out there when you out in the public, when you out there in the world. Like, I'm sorry. Just like I said a while back, it's like you constantly slapping somebody. At some point, somebody gonna slap you back. I hear you, Karen. Same thing over here. But that's my whole thing about it. I'm not. I'm not even happy about all of that happening because that could have been anybody. Let's keep it real. That could have been anybody. It could have been any female. But then again, it's like, why are you presenting that energy? Some people ain't playing. Now, if it would have went deeper and that person would have just decided, okay, this is what you're doing, it could have got worse. No, 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 Marlene. She was hit with the brick. She got hit with the brick. She rejected the guy. He hit her with the brick. But from what was said, or from what I can believe, she probably slapped him like she slapped the white dude. This was two different situations. The video of her out there in the parking lot or whatever, slapped the white guy, and then she started twerking on some next stuff. Now, whatever happened after that, they didn't have the video of that. They just had the video of her with the swollen face after that. Court, what's going on, baby? Roy, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, Marlene, and that's why I was saying it. It's horrific, but then again, it's like you got to be careful out there. Because again, some people just don't care. And if you present that wild, crazy energy, guess what? You're going to get met right back with it. There's some people who are not playing with a full deck. Another thing, Even if you out, you drinking, you doing what you're doing, you still gotta be cautious of yourself. Marlene, I can 9 out of 10 guess that just like how she slapped that first dude, she probably slapped him after the rejection. You never know. I don't know. Like I said, the main videos that surfaced was her doing that to one person, and then the after effect of her getting hit with a brick. Marco, what's going on, my guy? But seeing that same token again, present yourself with the wrong type of energy, especially on fight time, or just like you don't care. It's up time. That's what's gonna be. You don't know who's who, and then again, you just doing too much. It's one thing if you're gonna reject somebody, but then I think she probably slapped him too. She slapped him, I believe, and he hit her with a brick. But from what was said, I don't know. Again, this was two different situations. I believe it was one of our melanated brothers that hit her. But the first video that was seen of her, she slapped a whole totally different dude. But he didn't do nothing. And see, that's the crazy part about it. Imagine if that white dude would have did that. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful of what you're doing and how you present yourself out there, because that's not a good look on all angles. And again, watch. They're gonna sit there and say, "Well, this person has a long stemming history of mental health." But if he has a long stemming, I don't know yet because they ain't get caught yet. But I'm just saying, if that is the situation at hand, which they try to do sometimes, why are they out and about in society if they got issues like that? Yeah, Marlene, because they showed a video clip of her slapping a totally different dude at the beginning, but they didn't show the situation that happened afterwards with somebody else that she had a confrontation with. But this is what I'm saying. All in all, it doesn't make no sense. It didn't have to happen on either angle. Again, be mindful of how you present yourself out here, especially in these clubs. And even if you want to reject somebody, if somebody seems all right, yeah, look here, there's ways to reject people. There's ways to let people down without having them feel a type of way. Truth, what's going on, baby? James, what's going on, my guy? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. But yeah, it will go right to that. Serious, what's going on, baby? But it will come to that. This is why I said we have underlying problems, even when it comes down to people with mental health, even out here in my city. I just whole video earlier. Dude was on recording all this. It looked like it was about a three-way fight. But again, you got a homeless man with severe mental health crises, messing with the patrons on the train, messing with people on the train. And one dude stood up and was like, "You're not gonna keep," and it's crazy. He ain't hit him or do nothing, but it's just the principle. Like some of these people, you already know once they certified, you don't want to hit them. And 9 out of 10, you want to try to just at least calm them down or try to get them up out of harm's way on either end. But it's crazy, huh? A lot of these places closed down, or a lot of these places they kicking them out. And honestly, I've always felt if you want to make prime example, you want to make these little hotels or you want to make these little buildings out here. You should have a building out here for these people that really need it. Those with the mental health crises that shouldn't really be out in the streets. You need to have the right people in these facilities as well too. Sparky, what's going on, baby? Nah, see, Marlene, you have to because again, you don't know who's who, and that be the scary part about it. You know, just like I was showing some of y'all the other day. Dude out here look like he counting numbers and doing whatever, but you know, people like that don't need to be out in the streets because they not on their meds. They definitely not eating properly. They're not getting the proper care. Then you know they are a problem to everybody. Now he, you know, bringing some mental health awareness right now. You know, we do got to find some sort of solution. And I laugh because I watched something else that kind of threw me off, and this is where I said, sorry to say it this way. Some of y'all people who know y'all got money, like you get millionaires, you quote unquote, right? How are you asking people, the hardworking people, to donate money? Why y'all not donating y'all money? That's a question that's always askable. Every time you think about it, you look at one of these quote unquote celebrities and they talking about something that, oh, well, we're planning on doing this and but we need the people to, no, you don't need the people to do nothing. Y'all got money, put half of y'all money together. That's what y'all do. You put your half, he put his half, and then y'all put something together for what you're supposed to put it for. Why you think everybody has to? No, no. You want the regular 9 to 5 Joes who already having issues to some degree, trying to keep afloat in this society, and you want us to keep donating. Nah, why don't y'all donate y'all pocket funds? About that one. Yeah, court. That is truth. Though. That's what I'm saying. You know, I didn't condone none of that, but you know, it's crazy because again, sometimes situations like that happen. Sometimes it get worse. Again, it could have got to a point where she could have lost her life. That's what I'm saying. Gotta be mindful, especially out in the club when you know you got different personalities running around. You want to have the real party goers that's all about the fun and the celebration. You're going to have those who probably there to look for some trouble. You're going to have those who are probably with people, and if somebody violate, you know what time it is. But yeah, I'm definitely bringing that up too. See, y'all celebrities, prime example, some of y'all need to start putting y'all money into what's needed. Y'all got money like you claim you do. Y'all could be a part of putting some of these damn healthcare facilities back for those who need it. Because again, some of these people don't really need to be on the streets because they are really a danger, not to themselves, but the people around them. And if not, they're a danger because the people around them might do something to them. I'm telling you, there's a sick world out there. You got people that don't care. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy, man. Like you got to stop thinking that it's always just got to be the people that's donating to bring these things back. No, no, no. Y'all could donate as well too. You're already benefiting. Some of y'all already benefiting the way you're supposed to benefit. So how hard is it for you to really come to a realization that you see some of the problems and you still won't try to be a part of fixing? Yeah, nah, I caught because I was looking at that video with the Rock and Oprah. I'm sorry, y'all both are billionaires. What the hell? Why y'all looking for the people to donate something? Y'all could have went half and put that out there, and that's any celebrity, even the ones that claim they trying to bring mental health awareness. Yeah, and there's only a small handful that actually are charitable towards a lot of these different things. Like Morgan Freeman is one of them. Samuel L. Jackson is another one. Like, man, listen, I was looking down their little resume and I'm like, yo, they really are donating to things that need to be donated to. And it ain't that many people on that lines that's doing that. That's the crazy part about it. And the ones that are like, oh yeah, I ain't forget about Michael J. Fox, because he was one of them ones too. I know he definitely was in the researching and doing everything, especially with Parkinson's, stuff like that. These celebrities was actually doing something. So I can respect that. But all them other ones, don't come over here begging the people, oh, we need y'all to donate. No, why don't you donate? Yeah, if y'all got money, shit, some of y'all money can help shit around the world. Excuse me for saying it that way. Y'all could be helping right now. Y'all could be helping the ones who are trying to get better researching and better ways to help deal with these things better. Y'all could be a part of that, but you won't. You'll focus on targeting the 9 to 5ers. Yo, we need y'all to no, even helping and even what be a big benefactor towards your police stations and stuff like that. You're bugging. Nah, but you know what's crazy though, Willis? Because you got people who really do got money. But even in some instances, we done seen where the minute they done took a large amount of, yo, what you think you doing? Like, what you think you doing? And think about it. Talking about donating. Oh, why should we have to donate? You asking the regular taxpayer to donate something. Meanwhile, you could donate. And you can even have that as a write-off, I believe. Like, that could have been a tax write-off for you. Like, you bugging right now. Nobody going through that. I'm definitely not doing that. You got the game messed up if you think a lot of people are going to do that. Sorry. We could donate if we can, but that's really if it's going to what it's supposed to go to. Anybody's going to be donating to no charity and don't really know what it's for and if it's even going to. Nah. Start donating more money to try to get these mental health clinics back open. Start getting these facilities back open so these men and women that are out here mentally struggling can have at least a roof over their head. That's crazy, Sparky. And it should be more than that because there's more than 5 people that have mental health crises one way or another. And that's what I'm saying. They took so much away, and then we not focusing on trying to at least get that back. Got to be the vocal part, and then see even y'all people with the money got to be the financial part. This is where everybody is supposed to come together. Yes, mental health does affect again everybody. This ain't a race thing nor nothing. This just affects everybody. Got to get the homeless off the street, and you got to get the people who are mentally unstable off the streets as well too. They already getting kicked out of their spots. Why they got to be out on these streets like that, being targets to certain crimes? They got to be targets to people already treating them and just doing them bad because of their disability. A lot of them didn't ask for that. That's what I'm saying. As much as I would say there are certain home remedies and there are certain natural remedies that could help with certain situations, even when it comes to mental health. But everything else, nah, you don't have to take medication. And if you have to, you're gonna need to take that whenever it's needed. If you gotta take a certain medication every couple of hours, you're gonna have to do so. If not, the minute you start missing one of them, that's it. See, they got a routine. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what's up, Sparky. And continue to keep doing what you're doing. May God keep you strong. Definitely just, keep uplifting. That's your main thing. Keep uplifting. Some people can't even say that. And it does take a lot. It takes a lot of strength and it takes a lot of dedication to really kick something. But all in all, though, you get tired of that. How do you sit here, Angela? What's going on, baby? Like, how do you sit here and ask the normal people to donate when y'all could be donating to some of these charities? Y'all could be the ones be in the forefront of it. And the reason why some people won't donate, even if they feel they would donate, is because, come on now, tired of giving up money to things that's not really being done. Like, that is the truth. You want us to cough up money for this and cough up money for that when you got enough money to even open up a facility yourself or a couple of facilities. Make it make sense. If I know I'm sitting on at least six figures and I know I got certain issues, I don't care who said what about what. Nobody tells me or dictates to me what I should be doing with the money. I'm going to do what's supposed to be done. Get a tax write off. I got people out here messed up. Nah, they got to get up the streets. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it though. Like I said, it doesn't make sense. If I know I'm sitting on six figures, why wouldn't I try to put my own money towards trying to build something better or trying to at least get people off the streets that need to be off the streets, especially if they could be targets. Gotta think about it. You got people with mental health that go missing every day. D Truth, what's going on, my guy? You got people who got mental health that go missing every day. And 9 out of 10, they end up somewhere they're not supposed to end up at. And they end up either getting hurt or end up hurting somebody. This is why I say when it's a revolving door like that, we have to stop that revolving door. If they have to go in because of whatever, they have to go in and stay in until they are at least able or deemable enough to be in society. It shouldn't be a revolving door where they turn around and they literally are out within not even a week's time. Like I said, there's a girl that I know out here right now, cuckoo as all crate, been cuckoo since forever. Most of us know not to do nothing to her because she end up doing something to herself and they end up coming to get her. But then within 2 days, she's right back out like nothing happened. That don't make sense. One time, I think she literally was out within 24 hours. I'm like, there's no way. Is this what they really doing to the people? And the reason why I felt they should have kept her because she really look. These are the type of people that, as much as you would try to avoid hurting them, you would have to hurt them just because of that. She's one of those. I hate D Truth. Yeah, it is because again, why should these people be going through a revolving door? Why is society becoming a revolving door on certain things? Really don't make no sense at all. It don't. I can remember out here there was a time when look here, you didn't know what kind of dead body you was coming across. And when you did get the information, a lot of times it made you sick to your stomach. Some of these people that got killed had mental health, but they was already out here in these streets doing what they was doing, trying to survive. Not having the right people, not having the right sources. Good BMF. I'm good, bro. Because, again, it really makes me mad when you turn around and hear people talking about, oh, well, we feel that the people should come together and donate this and maybe we could. No. Why don't you show improve sometimes? The people in the damn community show and prove enough sometimes. You got those who are actually fighting, really trying to stand on getting these people back into some sort of form of housing. We know they might not be able to go to some sort of form of normal living, but they still human beings at the end of the day. And again, they shouldn't be out here fending for themselves. Rich, what's going on, my guy? Drop the link in a little bit in case anybody want to chime in on this or even on the conversation about earlier. Because again, it's crazy. Because I'm telling you, how much you want to bet if homie do get caught, they gonna say it's mental health. No, no, I think that's just really crazy. Again, like prime example, I told y'all a while back, you had dude that mental health walking along the subway lines, walking along the tracks, almost touched the third rail. Like it, this is what I'm saying. You have people that are really crazy, crazy like that are out here in these streets that really are a danger to themselves, to the commute, everything, and they swinging through that revolving door. It's not right. Really ain't. And again, one solution again would be, and I would say this to those high up who do got money, you crying them open about certain situations when it comes to mental health. How about you get along with some of them who are actually donating and actually trying to figure out ways to combat this situation? Word, what's going on, my guy? You know, that don't make no sense. It don't. Because I'm sorry. At the end of the day, like I said, they are human beings and they deserve the same treatment like we all deserve. They don't deserve to be out on these streets fending for themselves or not having the proper care medication. Telling you, it goes a long way, man. Yeah, we could try to help and do what's necessary, but you, again, in the same token, you got those who got money that could actually do something, and they are not being a part of that. They're not. But they expect us to do everything. No, we can only do but so much. Again, we can only do but so much, and it doesn't make sense that they are fending for themselves like that. See, a solution, in my opinion, again, would be trying to find a way to get them better counseling. Even if they are on the streets, they do deserve counseling, some sort of outpatient reach, something. Let them get the proper medication that they need, especially if they know they can't afford it or they really, they can't get it properly the way they're supposed to. You got some people out here who, if they ain't on that Ritalin, if they not getting that Ritalin, oh, they wild. They wild. Some of them do need it because again, their health is way different. I still feel that's messed up at the end of the day that you got people being shuffled like that, like a deck of cards. And it shouldn't be survival of the fittest because again, we all are supposed to be surviving one way or another. We all born differently. We all have different things going on with us. And for those who can't help their mental health issues, they shouldn't be looked at or even disrespected in a type of way. I'm sorry, they shouldn't. It's time for us to really look at the critical situations at hand. And that is a critical situation again. Because again, there's no way in the hell you want to tell me that it's purposely fine to have these people out here and they can get themselves killed. And the sad part about it is that almost everybody has somebody in their family that has some sort of mental health issue, one way or another. And if you're going to say that you don't, you better look down your family tree. It might not be present in you, but trust me, it's somewhere along the lines. You got people who think about committing suicide, especially when they know for a fact they're not getting that medication the way they're supposed to get it. They ain't getting that help, and they getting kicked even when they down. And again, that's the worst thing to do, to kick anybody, even when they got mental health while they down. At some point, you got to realize it's unsafe on all angles. Listen, if you want to be technical realist, yeah, we all do. We go through regular life stresses. We deal with death. That's a part of a mental stress right there. We deal with people getting locked up, deal with a little bit of everything. We deal with heartaches, headaches, even relationship wise, even work wise. Yeah, everything is almost mental health. But in that same token, there are some that literally were growing up with the same thing. Some I'm not coping well. You know that, Marlene. Some are not. And some are refusing to get the help because, again, they don't want to get looked at. They don't want to get persecuted. But in the same token, you have to do so. Again, that is the most important part of everything, your mental health and your mental space. If you're not in control of that, it can lead to dire situations, critical situations that don't even need to happen. Something could trigger them the wrong way and they ready to go off on everybody. Tanya, what's going on, baby? Sound crazy. My fault. I thought this damn car was coming down this way. I heard some music in the background. I wasn't playing. I will mute that mic if I have to. Like in my city, again, we done had situations where you got people who are mentally unstable, literally crossing over the railroad tracks. Some of them are going in the tunnel, sleeping. Some be right out in the streets. And the sad part about it is some of these cops refuse to do anything. If I know I see somebody that's too jittery and jumpy and he just looking too out of, I'm gonna be on point. Because you never know what that person triggers are and what could make them go off that deep end. No, not even just ride past them court. Sometimes they be literally right across from them. Like, prime example of my area is being how it was, holiday weekend. You got cops on every corner to a degree. But they see some of these dudes walking and won't bother them. They look at it like if they ain't bothering nobody, leave it alone. But even when they are getting aggressive and getting kind of agitated, that's when you still supposed to be on point. But they won't do nothing unless something is done. No, you have to, Marlene, because again, and see, some of them they ain't rap type, but then again, it's not their fault. And if they stuck in a situation where they ain't getting no type of critical help that they need, this is what you get. And as long as they keep shuffling, shuffling them like cards. Come on now. Nothing is going to change. You know what it is too, Roy? Some of them know that the insurance don't cover it. So if they know they ain't got no, and then think about it. If my insurance don't cover specific medications or even treatments and stuff like that, now I will have to either go get another plan that does, and then if I do, that plan might not cover something that I might actually need. Like some of these plans, they don't cover everything they're supposed to cover. And the ones that do is like, if you don't catch that deadline before, you'll have to wait a minute before it's time to redo something else. I would say that's one solution. Making sure you got proper Medicare or proper Medicaid that's going to cover the things you need, especially if you have mental health crises. And if you can't, you better go to the public assistance and try to get some sort of form of help. Or you know, they could probably help you with that Medicaid. They could probably help you switch up something if you need something switched up. You know, for anybody that is out there suffering, you know, there is help out there. You don't have to feel like you're alone, and you definitely don't have to feel like the world is just bearing down on you. Again, you gotta make the best effort to try to get yourself help as well too. You know, but you have to admit it. You have to really seek the help and counseling that's needed. You know, because then prime example. See, some of these people they do them like how you would regularly go to a dentist or for a doctor's appointment. If I gotta see you, it ain't a guarantee I'm gonna see you right away unless I'm going to the emergency room or somewhere along those lines. Other than that, if I gotta see you or make an appointment with you for something, I gotta wait God knows how long before I actually get that date. And that's what I'm saying. That needs to be changed up as well too. That is another aspect that needs to be changed up. For people that got severe mental health, they shouldn't have to wait around the board. Just like the regular people shouldn't have to wait around the board. If I'm coming to you and you're supposed to be my doctor, what you mean I gotta wait a month and a half or so before I see you? What the hell is going on here? Oh, because we're booked. Oh, yeah, well, shoot, you better find somebody else. It gotta be more than one doctor qualified in it. So I'm saying it's ridiculous. It really is, man. These people are just see these things that could be reformed again. Like I said, you can. Same way y'all can try to make reforms in schools and try to y'all can do that same thing for clinical health on all aspects. That don't make sense for real. It really don't. I gotta probably wait a month to see you when if it's something that's really I might need done or it's something that I really need to come see you for before it gets too crazy, I still gotta wait. That's nah. But for those who got mental health, they should just be able to walk in, especially if they know they are going through something. Just saying, certain things in that medical field that need to change, especially when it comes to getting the help for those who need it. It ain't right though. You know, on that same token, you know, you hate to see them out there. You hate to see them out there. But it's sad because they're not really getting the help. And if they are trying to get the help, you got people that are not I'm sorry because you have some people that are really just evil like that. They don't care if you got something going on with you. They will attack you if they feel they're going to attack you. Just think about it for a second. You got somebody who probably had death in the family. If they not homeless, they probably struggling trying to keep certain things afloat, dealing with that. Then they getting triggered by the wrong people. They can end up snapping. Have a good one, Hammer. Got to come back to a better ground. And again, you're going to have to fight things not just from the outside, but from the inside as well. See, again, even when it comes down to these different systems that we talk about, it's not that the systems are broken. You have the wrong people in there that are messing the system up and messing it up for the people who actually need it. If they're not going to see the error of their ways, then they need to get up out of there. You don't know who's dealing with what. You don't know if somebody's normal or if they insane. And if you trigger them the wrong way, if they are insane, guess what? You're going to have hell to pay. You don't know who's what. And you don't know who's going through anything that could trigger them. Really is the truth, though. BMF, I don't care, man. I keep telling you, till you come in here with them scratch off tickets, son, we don't got nothing to talk about. We got nothing to talk about, son. That's what I'm saying. You got people who have dealt with death back to back to back. You have people who are probably facing, if not eviction, they facing losing their job or they facing different things of a stressful nature. If they got a family, that's definitely stressful. Again, you gotta be mindful of who's who. But then again, those people who are really suffering and they really need all of the help needed, they need to be off the streets. Just like I said, when you got people, prime example, who are walking around, they throwing garbage. I had a dude the other night before I went up. Shoot, the other night before I started my vacation, dude walking around picking up garbage bags out of the whole garbage cans and just tossing them everywhere. Like people like that are walking around. People walking around swinging things, walking around with weapons. Some of these people are really crazy, crazy, and they are a danger. And sometimes the cops let them walk past like there's nothing until something really happens. Again, when you see certain situations that don't look too savory, be on point. Carlos, what's going on, my guy? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. If y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. You don't know who's going through what. You don't know who's facing what you would call a demon. You don't know who facing their inner demons right now. And that's what I'm saying. You have people who will lose people over time, whether it's months or years. See, like when you said you lost 5 in 3 years, I lost 5 in a year and a half. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not. It don't be far off sometimes because you'll mess around and have people, even close friends, dying left and right, and it does cause and take a toll on somebody. But in the same token, when you are feeling that pressure, even if you're not on that mental spectrum right now, go get yourself the proper help. Gotta release that. Don't release it, it's gonna eat you up even more. In the same token, again, you gotta think about it. Some people are not happy that they might be dealing with these types of situations, but in the same token, they got to face it. And again, I would encourage any of y'all that really, even if you are on the spectrum and you light or mild to it, you dealing with too much stress, go get the proper help. Even if you got to talk to somebody that you really trust. There's nothing wrong with trying to release, invent, and let go of unnecessary anger and unnecessary thoughts too. But I think one solution again is trying to fight and change and get the right people into these medical fields so the ball can start rolling. Yes, and I'm saying it again to some of y'all celebrities out there. Y'all got money, y'all claim, y'all see certain things and it caused traumatic events to you, or you saying this is things you wish you could change. You got the opportunity to change it as well too. Some of y'all can't just be dependent on the regular 9 to 5ers or the people who probably might not even be working right now to just keep donating and pushing something to something. No, y'all got to do it too. Have to. Because again, what are we saying? That we every time something happens, we the taxpayers are supposed to keep paying for this? No. Why don't the people who are in a different tax bracket start paying for this stuff as well too? Again, some of these people could help put back these facilities, even take over the spots that just got closed. Look here, we want to do this. We got the right type of professionals, yada yada yada, and y'all can get it going. Don't just try to do something for face value. Do something because it's really necessary and needed. See, I'm going off topic somewhat, but not off topic because I just want to use it as a general point. Like prime example, face value. Everybody was talking and up in arms about that LeBron James school, right? And then that same token, those last 3 years that school been open, failure, failure, on top of failure, on top of failure. So what does that say a lot of times? Some people are doing things just for that face value. You want to open up an establishment or any type of whatever, and then got the right people teaching the criteria that's needed, and then again people failing. Yeah, that's crazy, Roy. This is what I'm saying. Some people just don't be caring, and they don't be on guard. But you got to be on guard because you don't know who's who. Like I was telling somebody, in the same token right here. Guess what? If you not putting up, we shouldn't be putting up. Yeah, my bad. They tried it. Another car just came by. They tried it. But again, keep in mind, you know, why does it seem like we always gotta put out our hard-earned dollars trying to correct something when some of these people who actually can correct it won't correct it? If y'all are tired of seeing these same things happen, you got to start putting solutions in deck, put them in play. Again, some of these people who are homeless still do get certain services. You know you spotting somebody that's not in their right state of mind, get them off the streets. Try to give them the help they need, even if they got to stay in somewhere for at least 30 days or so. Even more than that, depending on what the situation is. You don't know who's walking around doing what. They know what's crazy though, Roy. It was almost like I was telling the folks one time in one of the previous lives. When these young punks, and I can't call them kids, these young punks went to jump this homeless man that was sleeping minding his business. He had his shopping cart, but literally they didn't know he was a purple heart and he had his gun on him. He could have aired all three of them out. If he would have had it on him, he probably would have aired all three of them out right there. Not gonna lie to you. You don't know who's who in these streets, and you picking and provoking the wrong type of situations that's not needed. And that backfires. And that's the thing too. Prime example, Marlene. Some of these people that are suffering from some sort of mental psychosis or mental break. Some of it is because they just came back from war. That's another thing we got to be wary of. Some of these people are coming back from war, or some of these people have been shell shocked in war. And if they ain't getting the proper treatment they supposed to get when they come home, what you think is going on? Some of these people right now that are homeless are probably some sort of vets, whether they Vietnam vets or World War whatever vets. It's crazy. You have some people who really think they still on the battlefield. That's how shell shocked they are. Anything that they deem as a threat or a trigger, they will go off. That's why I said we got to be mindful and be careful of what's going on in our society. And we do need to fight some of these things on a grander scale. I'm sorry, you know. Yeah, and that's the sad part. Is really not. I would say kind of. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's not going to be the same thing. That's almost the same thing like somebody going to jail and coming home. If they ain't been subjected to any type of whatever, or if they've been subjected to it, oh yeah, it's gonna mess their mind up. They ain't gonna think the same. But then in some tokens, you got some people who get themselves right. From the things I've seen, you be like, yeah, all right, I ain't going back. But for those who coming from war, yeah, it really is no real stern treatment that's gonna keep them balanced sometimes. And it's sorry to say it that way, because some people are really, you know, they go through it. And my thing is, if I'm going to serve my quote unquote country, I'd expect my country to at least do something for me when I come back, if I come back. Because again, some people don't come back from war. We can't forget about that. That's another thing that will cause shock and trauma to those who just came home. They probably lost buddies in the war. They probably lost best friends in the war. They could have probably lost friends that they came home together with, but they came home here and things ain't sit right. And again, you got to do thorough background checks, even when it comes to that. You got some people who are serving not just in the army, but in the regular police force that they ain't wrapped too tight. And there is certain fields and positions in life that will cause the utmost trauma, mental trauma on top of that. And again, if you served your country should be serving you as well too. And that means if you know you gonna need that mental health or even that help coming back into society, they should get that. And I'm not trying to deter anybody who feel that's something that they want to do. But just know there is certain things that come with that as well too. And we see this day in and day out. We have those who are coming home that ain't wrapped too tight, they shell shocked, and they ain't gonna never get right. Every day is gonna be like a waking moment for them because they gonna feel like they still in that same war. Some of them are triggered because there's loss of innocent life as well too. Some might have damn near lost their lives, and that right there is a shell shock to them. They was close to death or seconds away from death, and it didn't happen. I don't know, but again, there is a solution to a little bit of everything. Yes, the people all around the board have to come together, not just us. I'm saying this again to those high ups. Y'all gotta help as well too, and y'all actually can. And the sad part about some of y'all got family members that was one way or another in one of these major wars. So why not try to say, you know what? I want to try to open this up for those who. Let me open this up so this way, a prime example, if they not getting certain things from their VA, they can at least go somewhere else and say, all right, look here, this is what you need. All right, we got you. Oh, you just need some counseling. All right, we got you. And think about it. Some of these people probably don't have immediate family, and if they do got family, they family grown and going on. So guess what? It's kind of lonely for them. That's a whole fact, Roy. Nah, and that's the thing. The minute they know certain ones is coming back from war, they automatically are supposed to have dibs and they supposed to have info on who's who. Listen, we know you just came back. Listen, this is where you got to go and go do this in case you need this. And then how do they expect certain people, right? Think about the ones who did survive, but they got loss of limbs. They don't got no arms, no legs, or they might have one arm missing, one hand missing, one leg missing. Y'all not thinking about those ones that come back from war half chopped up. They families got to do a bulk of whatever if they got immediate family. If they don't, now they got to try to get some sort of proper care when they come back. Got to get a health aid, or living home health aid, or whatever, whatever. Like, come on. Exactly, Roy. And that's the sad part about it. Because again, I knew some people who I went to school with that actually. One of them is still serving right now. Not last seen him. I could tell he look a little depleted. Like he probably done seen some stuff he wasn't supposed to see. Nah, and they should care about the disabled though, Marlene. Because think about it. If I just went to war for this country, prime example, and I done went to war and I done lost the arm and the leg, or I done lost both my arms. You're bugging. If I lost both of my legs, hey, man, listen, I done seen some of these commercials. Some of it look like it's pandering, but others is a reality. Like, look, this is what happens, and this is the spoils of war to a degree. You might come back whole, you might come back half, you might not come back at all. You might come back in a box. Because even if you don't die, we know what it is when it comes to war. You could be a casualty of being kidnapped. You could be held for ransom. You could be detained. A little bit of everything. Oh no, that part too, Roy. You right, they shouldn't. But the sad part about it, when they not getting those proper funds, they not getting the proper care. This is what happened. And I do commend those who actually did serve and fight. Even if you did come back whole, you still are. You are definitely honored and dedicated. For those who wasn't on track or couldn't be on track when they came back, you still did something regardless of what. You did something noble that some people won't do. And despite you not getting what you're supposed to really get, you are honored and you are definitely appreciated for your services. And see, that's the sad part. That's the main thing it seems like they'll say to you. Oh, well, we thank you for your services, and if you need us, you already know. And then when we do need them, oh well, we can only do this, or we can only do this. Or you got to go and do this. No, why should I have to go do anything? If I'm getting discharged, I should be able to come home to the basic things I need right now. I could need mental health therapy. I could need therapy, period. If I'm coming back and I know I probably gotta go through rehab for injuries or certain injuries, I should be able to get proper medical care on all angles. Me to tell me I risk my life to come back and I gotta try to figure out life again. Nah, that's not right. I feel if they coming home, they know they don't really got no proper houses or no proper places to stay. That should be acquainted for them. Look, we got you a house, or we got you an apartment, we got you this to set you right. You know, prayers are going out to those who need it because again, that does mess with people. And it is a sad moment for real. Because that's another part of why we have situations with people with mental health. Some of them have really given their life and dedication to this good land or wherever they may be from, because there's been wars going on everywhere. Let's think about everybody that's on that battlefield. They putting up and risking their lives to fight for quote unquote freedoms. And then in the same token, when they come back, they it's like they had only entitled to certain things. They should be entitled to everything, especially if they really was out there. They should be entitled to everything. I could have blew myself up with a grenade, or there was a grenade thrown. We could have been seconds away from death. Them got us up out of that. Nah, that's going to traumatize me. And some people actually jump up out their sleep from bad nightmares and traumatic events. I don't care what it is in life. Some people will really jump up out their sleep. One thing I can say is you gotta be knowing exactly what you're sacrificing for. And some people feel they sacrifice for their country, they sacrifice for their people, they even sacrifice for their own families. But then the same token, look what they get when they come back. They get slung to the dirt. Just like a person with mental health, they get slung to the dirt. It's not fair. And again, you have an option. You have an option to say no. But let's think about those who didn't have an option back in the day when they was doing that draft. That you had to. If you was, it didn't matter if you look here. If you was the oldest, you was getting drafted. If you was the only child, you might not get drafted, but then there'd still be a chance you might get drafted, depending. And this is why I said one stern way to try to give those people help at least is bringing back more facilities if they can't get VA assistance or any of that. Some are not lucky to get that. Some will be lucky if they even fully get Social Security, and if they do, it might not be as much dependent. And if it is something still, it's not going to cover what you need to cover, especially if you're in areas where you have to pay mortgage, you got to pay car, and all that other stuff. And especially if you're in a spot where the cost of living is going up, they ain't getting much. Again, that's not helping them on no cylinders at all. It's time to change that though. I really believe that. We got to stop focusing on things that are not important and focus on those important things. We definitely need some sort of change for them because, again, they shouldn't be out here messed up, struggling. They're human beings and they gave their lives just like everybody else would give their life for certain things. Nah, it's not right. Let them get what they need. Any type of traumatic event in life will cause a mental stress or disturbance on. You got some people who have gone crazy because too much negative and too much spirited evil being around them drove them crazy. Abuse on all ends. You got people who have gone crazy because they were mentally abused as far as being verbally attacked and just causing the wrong type of seeds be planted in their head. See, realize I'll be honest with you. It ain't just them that's the enemy. We got a lot outside of that as well too. We got people in our communities that make it worse or mess it up. Because again, if I know for a fact somebody is definitely certifiable and I could read the body language real well, I know when somebody is faking a jack and when somebody is really real because I've been around it. Oh no, I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but you ain't gonna be around me neither. And I'm definitely gonna make sure I point you somewhere where you're not a danger to nobody. It's like when the guy was grabbing the garbage bags out of those big garbage containers and then tossing them. I had to tell him like, "You're bugging right now, bro. You got people coming back and forth, including kids. Go get the help you need, bro. Now, as much as he looked at me crazy like he wanted to respond, he kindly walked off. Because I gave him that stern look too, like, you might be crazy on paper, but I'm just crazy, period. If I gotta protect and do what I gotta do on my own account, then I gotta do what I gotta do. But I would refuse to have to do that to you. A lot of times, again, you just gotta know how to really talk with them. There are some people who are not that bad off. They might be a slightly triggered, but if you know how to calm down a situation, you should be able to calm down any situation, even when it comes to that. I've seen some people who definitely looked like they was about to go off the deep end in the streets, and the right type of people knew what to say, how to say it, and snapped them back into reality. Like, okay, you got it. I can remember a couple years back, it was a dude that used to live across town from me. And this dude was certified, like he really shouldn't have never been outside in the streets. Because almost every other time you looked, he was into something. One day he running around throwing bottles, just randomly throwing bottles, screaming, yelling, doing everything. And the right dudes is on that corner telling him, yo, if you don't go take your ass home and go take your meds, you don't go do that. We taking you to the wood ourselves, man. You doing too much. Who you think gotta clean all that up? You ain't cleaning it up. What's wrong with you? Now see that could have even got crazy. He could have got triggered, but he realized, yeah, I'm definitely in the wrong space. Even though these people know me, I'm in the wrong space and I'm in the wrong. You got some that don't want to take the meds because again, it does cause the wrong type of side effects. Some of them just don't like the droopiness and everything else. But hey, man, listen, if you gotta take what you gotta take to keep yourself afloat, go do it. And again, you gotta take the right steps. Go get your help, man. And if you are sincere about getting help, then make sure the right people are helping. Main thing really is to try to assess the situation and then try to do what we can do. And again, you're gonna have people that they actually are certified in dealing with those type of issues. Look, if you need counseling, we got certified counselors that will help you. You know, if you need anything as far as meds, look, we got certified people, certified pharmacists, pharmacists and everybody else who got what you need to keep yourself afloat. That's what's really needed. But again, it really is on how you assess the situation. You know, and this is why sometimes there are outreaches for those. There are some outreaches for y'all. But again, don't let that help pass you by, especially when it is going to help. You have a small handful who reject it because they honestly don't care. But once they already broken to a point where they don't even recognize that help is being there, then that's going to always be a problem. Oh snap! Didn't I just tell somebody not to? Oh, somebody might be going to jail tonight. Damn, I knew it. Damn, son. Damn, son. Oh, bad. Too many cop cars, son. Oh, they going deep. Oh, they hand banging and slaying today. All right, that's enough of them. My bad. Nightly Nate News is trying to see what's going on, but zooming down the block. Didi, what's going on, baby? Oh, another group. Oh, it's over. Oh, snap. Real as you know, darn well she ain't listening to you, son. I don't know why we keep revisiting that. No, she gonna sass mouth. Told you we gotta get church for these. See, when she say that, you are supposed to get this done. She is supposed to get one of those. But again, it is critical that start putting the best solutions out there. We can put the best ideas out there, and even for some of y'all, again, y'all know y'all could do it. Man, listen, you could take over some of these facilities that are closing down, or put your money in. See, this would be a prime example for them. Those ones that's begging us all the time to keep donating, y'all could have been donating y'all money to these facilities that are closing down your damn selves. Now I'm serious. Prime example, if I know a facility that could be closed down, but that could be useful towards, especially people with these type of situations happening. Look here, if they only needed a $300,000, prime example. If I got that type of money, you think I want to say, you know what? Let me get that. As a matter of fact, I still want y'all to run these clinics. I'm gonna invest my money and make sure that y'all stay afloat. That's an investment right there, and that's tax write off for some of y'all. Because you're gonna get that back regardless. You are investing in something that's needed in the community. If I know a facility needs probably $500,000 to stay afloat, or $250,000 to stay afloat, all right, well here, take this. And I'm gonna be overseeing everything as far as I'm making sure that everything is running smoothly too. And I'm putting my money in it, but I'm gonna be a visual part of making sure everything is going by the book. That everybody is getting what they're supposed to be getting for real. The help that's needed. Ain't gonna be sitting there just trying to do things for face value and then the people gotta suffer. No, no. No. You might, even if you got the clinics prime example, you got the hospitals, but you still might need certain equipment. Even if the equipment does cost money. You don't think you would put your money into that just to make sure everything is smooth? Shoot, I'd be putting in new equipment. Yo, listen, we need this. We definitely need this just in case. Bugged out. That's something some of y'all gotta realize. You got money, do the right things with it. And that's the right step right there. Trying to help those people who actually need it. Because again, that could be people in your family going through it. And I'm quite sure you ain't gonna sit there and allow that to happen. You gotta think about the humanity part of everything. Because they are still humans regardless. No matter how they suffering from their mental health, they need help. And they are still humans at the end of the day. And they deserve it. Now if they not gonna accept the help, then there ain't much you can do about it. But if you got those who really need it and they want it and they willing to do whatever to get it, then give it to them. EPP, what's going on? It's time to change the standards, and that's one thing we can do as the people is change the standards on what's accepted and what's not. We know what we need, what we don't need. We know what we should have. Even, I'm telling you, we need a balance because again, back in the day, it wasn't too many of them walking around, and they wasn't walking around because guess what? Um, when they know they was going to be at their worst, they was housed, and they was not so much sedated, but they was definitely somewhat rehabilitated so they could come back out. Sirius been in the shadows hugging, eating that good old food, realist. Don't worry. Don't worry. You better come get little Ricky though. He was looking for that barbecue rib. Either that or sending the raccoon in front of your door. Ain't gonna be doing that. Ain't gonna be doing that today. You know how bad it gotta feel when you are suffering and you're trying to get the help and nobody's trying to help you. Nobody at all. Y'all think about how those ones feel. That's why some of them go off the rails the way they go off the rails. They feel they can't trust nobody. And almost everybody that they thought they could trust them burnt them one way or another. But again, that's something that needs to be targeted. But the way it needs to be targeted, you can't just depend on the regular people in the community to always put a hand out or put money in. How about you put some money in? All y'all other quote unquote investors, even some of you small investors, y'all could put some of y'all money into some of these establishments that need it. This way it won't close down. This way you still got something in the community that's gonna be present and that could be beneficial. Because again, guess what? All of y'all, even y'all high ups, y'all do have somebody in your family or multiple people in your family who do suffer from mental health crisis one way or another. And if you're not allowing them to be fed to the wolves, why should everybody else? Again, mental health does affect everybody, and the solution to that is just giving it when it's needed. And if you know somebody is not deemable to really be out in society or around people because they really can be that much of a danger, then you should house them until further notice. Yeah, still let them get their outside time and everything else. But if you know they really that much of a danger and they can't be rehabilitated, at least as of yet, then hold them until they can. Either that or make sure you give them the strongest medication that's needed so they can stop at least those type of impulses from triggering them the wrong way. There's ways to do everything. You just ain't trying to do it. Yeah, I spoke on it tonight. I really spoke on it tonight. Because again, that part of the community has to change. There are too many people out here with mental health that are just suffering. And again, why should they be fed to the wolves? So that means too, when you saying the adults are suffering, that the kids have to suffer as well too. Let's not forget about those kids who do suffer from mental health right now, and it ain't their fault. So I'm saying these are the type of situations that are still going to be costly on all ends. It is time for us to try to change the playing field, but it's everybody, not just us in our communities. I'm talking about everybody around the world. Time for everybody to invest something, even for y'all that got it. Instead of y'all investing in these cars and all these extra things that you ain't gonna be able to take with you in that long run when it's time to go. How'd you really spend your money wisely on things that's needed? Spend it. You don't put up $500,000 for a car when you could have put up that $500,000 and established a few other things that are needed. Can't tell me that. I'm catching up with the chat right now. I'm told you I don't always look at my chat, but when I do, I know when to look. Serious, you try to put one over on Realist? Uh, you be alright, Realist. Should have went with the barbecue, son. See, messed up. Messed up, son. Should have told her earlier to save you a plate. She saved me a plate. I got one rib. I'm messing with you. Don't even do it. Nah, but again, it shouldn't be that well off. What I'm saying, because even people with mental health goes through trials and tribulations, and I mean everybody from ADHD to autism to any of that. Most of y'all are prone to some sort of mental health attack or some sort of mental break. It really is crazy. And it's crazy only because for those who ain't getting the proper help and treatment, it's terrifying. And at any given moment, it could be a costly moment. And we should still keep seeing this. Same way with mental health, it's almost the same way with cancer to a degree. There are a lot of y'all that are not really being beneficial to these things that are needed. Even people suffering from cancer, prime example, they go through a mental break. Or they can end up really suffering. And they can suffer because they can go into that deep space of thinking. They thinking because they scared, they don't know how long they might have, even if things are going well right now. They're trying to see if they can beat the odds, and if they do beat the odds, if they can keep it away, because some cancers do come back. And for that right there could cause enough stress right there on somebody in a mental break too. And I would know that from experience because, again, my godmother beat cancer twice. Glad it didn't come back. But even still, that sucker hit different when it comes back. And it can cause a lot of mental stress on you. But the key thing to remember is that if you do need help, go get it. Even if it's just through talks with people that you trust, hey, do so. Some of y'all need a spiritual healing and an uplifting. And the uplifting does come through conversations. If you got the right people that you can trust and know, you ain't got to worry about anything, go talk to them. If they can help you try to get somewhere where you can get the proper help and treatment, if they can't help you, let them help. Yeah, man. Appreciate that, bro. Nah, because that's what I'm saying. You got people who you witness going through certain things. Again, for some people, that's a scary notion when you thought you beat it and then it comes back to just to beat it again. But, that good Lord to a degree is definitely a work of art, though. I can't say to a degree. He really is a work of art, though. 'Cause I can honestly say it's been over, what, 10 years? Probably longer than that. But I'm saying, it's still, it's a process for some people. And with certain cancers, again, it could come back. Whether it comes back months apart, years apart, doesn't matter. It's just like people with leukemia. They go through mental breaks too because they are in a situation where even though they're going through radiation and all of that, they might be losing hair, skin stuff probably getting different, looking different. They dealing with that break as well because they don't know if that leukemia is going to go into remission and stay in remission, or if it comes out of remission at some point. And that could be stressful too, not knowing which day I could probably end up coming out of remission. For some people, that's stressful, especially if they trying to live their everyday life. So I will say this. There are solutions to try to deal with mental health. There are different ways to put ideas on the table. Uh-oh, somebody getting pulled over. Live from Nosy Nate News. Hold on, son. Who getting pulled over, son? That was loud. So I know it got quiet out here. Everything went like it was sounding like it was in the boom boom room, and now it's quiet. Oh snap! Somebody got pulled over. Oh, oh snap! Yeah, I can't record that. I saying like somebody got ran down searching that car with that good old flashlight. My bad, y'all. My bad. I can't even get the view I really want. Some of them. Some of them. I should have been outside for this one. But tonight I would just say prayers to those who are really suffering and can't get the proper help. And at some point, hopefully, you do get the help that you need. For those who are rejecting help, at some point, you should listen to your voice of reason and not reject help. It does go a long way. You should not have to worry about feeling different because you're dealing with situations that are affecting your mind. I think this is honestly just a good talk for tonight. Again, I would say one solution for those who got it and claim that they're going to flaunt it the right way. Invest. Invest in the right things. If you know you could keep certain situations from going downhill in the community, don't matter if you live there or not. Put your money up. See, I'm gonna be honest with you. See, certain things go hand in hand. See, regardless to what theory some people might come through, it's the people who make celebrities who they are. And without the people, you would just be regular, regular people with money. But at some point, I think some of y'all should start really putting money together as a collective, even if it's piece by piece. You know, some of y'all really can't just do what you really want to unless it's within that realms. You should put a piece into researches and programs that are needed. You know, you want to deal with things as far as cancer, invest in that. When it comes to mental health, you're trying to bring back stronger possibilities for them to live free or at least try to get their life somewhat in order. Hey, do that. Be a part of a research program or do your own research and tech and do what you need to do. The longer we ignore those type of situations, the far worse these communities will be. Some of these breakdowns, again, some of these breakdowns are not coming from people who have a sane mind. Some of them are coming from people who mind is completely gone. And again, the wrong triggers will do that to them. Time to take that into consideration. We change the future by just doing what we got to do. Bringing a strong awareness and a message that's definitely needed around the world again. Cannot just rely on the regular people to always put out and donate or try to do their best. No, y'all gotta do your best as well too. Y'all in a whole different tax bracket. And not for no BS charities that y'all try to put down as charities and no. Put it for the real stuff that's needed. Right now, we need more clinics, more sanitariums open because we got people who are far beyond rehabilitation that really can't be out here in society. Get these places back open. Let them get a shot back at living. Let them live the way they're supposed to live. They could live confined, but not too confined. Them sanitariums was what it was for them. Probably might have been a little different. So I don't believe they was locked up in their cells for 23 hours and 1 hour out the day. I believe they had a little more time than that. And some people required more time because, again, you're trying to get them acclimated with where they at. They know they're not going to be able to really be amongst the right people or be amongst people at all. But you can't get it to a point where they completely snap. But like I said, I'm gonna definitely do this part two. Yeah, it's coming. Got a lot of part twos coming. So this portion right here is just one way we can get together. We got to start being vocal and start really pushing it to the people that need to be pushed. Like, I'm sorry. Can't just push things on us all the time. We got to push the things back on you. But again, one way and the best way, in my opinion, is just reopening the facilities that are needed or start building new facilities. So again, mental health will affect everybody, every genre of every race, every ethnicity. Can't overlook that part right there. I had to bring this up only because, you know, today was one of those days again. See, I could have had a mental health break myself. And I definitely could have went off the deep end only because things still don't feel right. But nonetheless, I had the help that I needed. It came in many different forms the last few days, but it worked out. Sometimes that's the best course of method too. Just finding something that's going to keep you at bay, even when you feel you don't have the help. Get yourself in the right mindset and put yourself in a happy spot. But yeah, again, this part two is coming. Spiritual healing or the healing process. That part two is definitely coming tomorrow. Like I said, multiple conversations, multiple dynamics, cylinders to attack. We need to attack. Tonight was just a portion of what's really needed. Start investing your money and put your money into getting facilities open, getting the right type of staff. Make sure you got people who are carefully trained and properly licensed. You get those running, and now you on to something. Time for us to shift that balance one way or another, and we will. I do feel it happening. But again, it shouldn't just be relied on the regular people. I'm gonna say this again to those with the money. You should be putting your money towards greater things. Do like some of the people I named earlier. Do what they are actually doing. Being a part of these real research programs and things that are needed. Some sort of help. But I hope everybody did enjoy their Labor Day. I know some of y'all are still enjoying yourselves. It's time for me to come take this dog out for a walk. Shout out to all the members of the Eulogy family. I still got a few things in the works. Don't worry, I might have some funny uploads, so don't worry. Don't worry, I got y'all, baby. And I do appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. And I'll definitely be back in the morning with the safe. And we're going to get things right. It's always a blessing, and it's always good to bring something meaningful to the people. And all of y'all are part of it. Just like I said, I got some other things in the works. It could come before the birthday, could come a little after. We'll see how this pans out. But I ain't forget about the real ones. Definitely got something for y'all. So no doubt, serious. I got you, baby. But this is a good conversation. And nonetheless, hopefully those who come across this video or those who watch this replay understand that we gonna always stop it. We always topple something. Doesn't matter what topic it is, we always topple it because it's needed right now. More awareness, better solutions, more positive outcomes. Oh, I did want to say this too before I leave up out of here. I almost forgot. Did almost forget. Again, I want to implement that no man should be hitting no female with any type of object. But I could also say this too. Some of y'all women have to stop doing certain things because when that karma check comes back around, it's going to come back around. Again, protect yourself at all costs, yes. But in the same token, don't go out there presenting and looking for that wrong energy because you just might get it. There are multiple stories that are almost similar to that. And that's on either end. Time to start being more safe and more aware of what's going on. Nonetheless, I might definitely touch back up on that in the morning. There's something else I was going to touch up on too. But yeah, nonetheless, yeah, it's a few things. My fault. I'm doing it again. Yeah, I'm going to tackle these in the morning. I'm always getting something I ain't supposed to get, but I'm tackling this in the morning as well too. I think another thing that really does form, you know, mental psychosis, I'm going to talk about that, is prison. I think I'm going to tackle some of that in the morning. Because again, there's too many systems that we could say is broken and messed up, but it's not really the systems at play. It's the people in those systems. So, like I said, I'll cover that in the morning, definitely. I definitely appreciate y'all all for tuning in. I know it's late. I know some of y'all got work. Some of y'all got to deal with the kids. Some of y'all might still be running around these streets then. Before y'all leave, remember I was supposed to do something. Got to run down the line real quick. That first one symbolized something. We got to break a lot of these different structures that are messing up our communities. This one is more. That one was symbolizing we gonna beat the odds and we gonna beat the things that are killing our communities. Oh yeah, they all got meanings to it. Don't worry, don't worry. Hell, dude. That one symbolized something. Washing out all of the hate and the evil that's keeping us divided. One more second. Take this one. That's how we beat this establishments at some point. We'll shoot them out the sky for the BS that's going on right now. And like I said, I'll definitely be back in the morning for this. Again, shout outs to all my members of the Eulogy family. I could have something for y'all in the morning as well too. Don't worry. Definitely about to get them up out of here. So, and this is a good topic that was needed. And hopefully those catching the replay share this out. And the panel will be open because this will be a part two. Y'all more than welcome to hit the link. Y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. And that's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real builds. I'll definitely be back. Hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evenings. And I'm still kind of mad at some of y'all because I ain't see a pork chop in this darn chat nor nothing. We appreciate Sirius for dropping all those links, baby. And appreciate him for bringing that piece of chicken up in here, baby. But, you know, man, you missed it, Anti. You missed it. But you could definitely catch the replay. And don't worry, you catch me in the morning. You know me. That site's going to be kind of early, so, you know. Got more to talk about. We got more to bring awareness to. So, and again, shout outs to everybody that's been a part of this growth. And we still going to continue to do what we've been doing, growing the best possible options. But y'all definitely stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.